Hey everyone, Dante here with the Raging Geek, and today we're going to take a look at Super7's Mechagodzilla Super Cyborg XRAY action figure. Now, I got this figure from my local comic store. It was $125. You'll find similar prices on Amazon and eBay. I had this figure for a couple of months. I wasn't sure if I wanted to open it. I mean, it looked just great in the box, and I am like stressed for space, but it just seemed like such a nice figure, and I wanted to get the armor on it, so I decided I'm going to open it. So I want to say the main gimmick with this is the removable armor plates, so you can see the inner workings of Mechagodzilla. Um, they call it the X-ray modules or the inner modules. It is posable to some degree as well, so you can pose it, and depending on which modules you want to put on or leave off, that's up to you. So I'm going to take it out of the box, show it to you with all the armor off and all the armor on, and then you can decide for yourself if you like it. Super 7 kind of in the spotlight lately. They laid off a bunch of employees, blaming it on tariffs, when there was a couple of videos saying that supposedly these employees were laid off like 6 months before the tariffs, trying to use the tariffs as an excuse, for their own shortcomings, and they were already determined that they were, going to lay off these employees anyway. So something to think about with Super 7 as a company. Really, they've become like I want to say like Funko of the action figure business, if that's a proper analogy. But pretty much acquiring any IP they can get, and making some sort of cheap, silly action figure and selling it for an extraordinary amount of money. And there's a big consensus around this, I feel. A lot of other people expressing the same sentiment. And, uh, you know, with this Mechagodzilla, though, I saw it. It's not too bad. It's got a hefty price tag, 125. I feel, probably better in the $80 range. I feel, but I am more conservative when it comes to pricing. So let's open it up. Let's see if Super 7 has, a winning product here. And so yeah, got this at my local comic store. They had like just put it out, and this was a couple of months ago, but they had just put it out on the shelf, and I was like, it's usually like the case with me. Whenever these stores like just put something on the shelf, it's like I just pop in. It's like doo doo doo. It's like, okay, yeah, I'll take it, and then it's like it was never in the store to begin with. That's how fast it like comes and goes. But that's just me. And the inner box is how it looks. And I like how it's got that kind of it's almost like a space metal green texture to it. I don't know if you actually saw the original Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla. Um, yeah, when you saw that like a piece of metal from Mechagodzilla, it almost had like a green uh, tint to it, like almost like it was like heat treated to a degree. Um, I don't know. You can comment. Let me know if I'm just making things up here. But yeah, I mean, when you see it as a whole, it has that silver look to it, and you don't really see that green metal treatment. But why they chose that for the entire chassis, I'm not sure. And it's funny because the rest of the body doesn't seem to be like that. I mean, it just seems to be like some part of the face has got that green tint and the chassis, and the rest is all like dark gray. So I don't know where they were going with this. It's like someone had a color palette and they were just like fucking drunk and just like, I'll put some dark. Hey, drunk. You know, he whose name won't be said because he might get a lawsuit, but we're gonna add a little bit of titanium green here and a little space metal dark gray, and like stoned out of their mind and like just making a hodgepodge of different metal plate covers. But yeah, so there's a bunch of tie wraps on here. I'm gonna take them out. Let's take a look. So I'm gonna take these tie wraps off. My trusty X-Acto. Okay, so inside, once you take all the tie wraps out, there is a cardboard cutout of the insides of Mechagodzilla. I guess this is just for like reference, for people who don't, intend to leave the armor off, which I don't know who would. I mean, it looks 10 times better with the armor on, in my opinion. I don't. But yeah, this is what it looks like inside, and comparing, it's pretty much yeah, the same. And as you can see out of the box, no tail, missing certain armor components, and yeah, take a look at the color. I mean, it's a very dark gray. I mean, this is darker than traditional Mechagodzilla. I'm not sure what they were going for, especially with the, like I said, with the mixture of the kind of like flame treated green or alien metal green and then the dark metal here. I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe is that what X-Ray edition means? I don't know. But yeah, I would have preferred it a more traditional color. Why they did this is beyond me. I mean, I'm sure someone's gonna say, I'm sure I overlooked something on the box that explains why it's like this. And I'm going to look at the box again just to make sure I don't put my foot in my mouth. But this is based on the 1974 movie Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. Yeah, I don't remember Mechagodzilla being that dark. So, it's supposed to be 11 inches tall. It's got an okay feel to it. Actually, the joints move. They have a very fluid feel to the joints, especially the legs. It's almost like some sort of cushioned ball joint or something like that. I don't feel the same on the arms or the wrists. I mean, it feels more like plastic. The legs feel kind of different in a good way. So yeah, here's with the tail on, and I have to say the likeness is good. I think the snout might be a little too big. I mean, it's arguable. I think it's a little too big though. But let me put these armor pieces on, and they should just snap on. At least I'm going to try to snap them on. And so that was pretty straightforward. And just to note, the other side does open up as well, so it's not just the side that comes pre-opened. I mean, both arms and both legs, you can take the armor off. Mouth opens. There's 9 points of articulation. 11 inches tall. Yeah, I mean, the head turns around like Mechagodzilla should. You know, he does his little force field thingamajig. Here's the armor plating. And, yeah, it has this little, ray gun opening here. And I have to say it's very delicate, so be careful. I wouldn't want to open and close that way too much. It has a little snap action to it. But, yeah, I wouldn't want to be opening and closing that too much. I mean, it feels very fragile. And if you could see, I mean, the hinges on that are like, they're like needle thin. So, keep that in mind. Snapping his armor on. Let's see. And if you want to snap, the best way, go downward at an angle through the crotch. And yeah, it should snap. The top should snap into place. It's actually very scary how it snaps into place, but there you go. It's nice. I like the likeness. Snout, maybe like a couple of centimeters too, maybe like 1 or 2 centimeters too long, if that's being too hypercritical. I don't understand the coloring. I'm sure someone will explain to me. You know, either way, I mean, I like it. And you know, if you were so inclined, you know, like me, I mean, if you see my past videos, when in doubt, spray it. So, yeah, I mean, you would just have to basically cover the mouth, the decal, and the eyes, and you're rocking and rolling. I mean, you could put a freaking high gloss chrome on this sucker. Pretty cool. 125 bucks. I don't know. I mean, it's very light. Like I said, I mean, the legs, I mean, this is pretty much the extent of the legs. I mean, that's how he walks, though. Mechagodzilla. He's kind of walks like he's got the shitty walk. Hands rotate, you know, with the finger missiles. Little tight. Arms, upper arms try to revolve, but you really can't do much with them. The head does 360s. The mouth opens, so not too shabby. Again, yeah, I would say more like 80 to 100, not 125 though. I'm sure even though this came out months ago, though, they'll blame it on the tariffs. And that's it. Super 7 Mechagodzilla XRAY action figure. Super Cyborg. He looks like he looks like he went sunbathing for 30 minutes too long, though. Now I gotta find a place to put this. I mean, I have absolutely no room, but it's a nice figure. We'll find a place for him. Can't, you know, oversized Mechagodzilla figures like this, I mean, they don't come too often. There's probably an X Plus one, and there's another cheaper one that I'll include a picture of that I have on display. But I don't really know too many Mechagodzillas, at least the 1974 or 75 one. This was the Raging Geek. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. I'd like to get to the 1,000 subscriber mark. Obviously, the more subscribers, the more elaborate productions I can make, better content. Visit my website, www.raginggeek.com. We have the store. It keeps growing. We keep getting more inventory in, more listings. The store will eventually move to a brick and mortar. I'm hoping sometime next year we'll get either a temporary location or some other location, but we most likely will be moving into some sort of facility this year. It'll be a lot of work. We'll be selling lots of comics, toys, everything you can think of, and more support, the better we can give back. So, thanks for watching. This is the Raging Geek. Take care.
Raging Geek.